Hello all and welcome to a video response video, and this is my VR to Novabugs latest Friday foursome video in which he asks you to name 4 of your gaming collection goals. So I'm going to dive straight into this and start off with one that is fairly obvious, certainly if you know me, and that is that I want to go for the full Xbox 360 set. Now it's great to go for the Xbox 360 set. I mean, it's a system I love for, but you end up with many great games like Bioshock 2, and I just love the cover art of this one with that sort of foil effect there. That is absolutely brilliant. Not many cover arts do that, so love that. Great games like great races. Xbox 360 has loads of races, and including the fantastic Blur, which is like Mario Kart in real cars, and of course plenty of beat 'em ups too, and the one that returned the Mortal Kombat franchise back to its glory days, if you ask me, in MK9. Absolutely fantastic. Now, when I'm collecting for the 360, I do count bundle releases of more than one actual game as a separate release, so that is something I'm going for. And an example of this is obviously the Burnout Paradise Ultimate Box bundled in with Trivial Pursuit. There are a few of these certainly that exist within the Xbox 360 library. The library of the Xbox 360 also includes the Kinect games. I've got quite a few of those now. I'm very keen on getting all the Kinect games actually sooner rather than later as well. And then finally, if you're going for a full set, you do end up with all sorts of games. And this one I'm actually quite proud to have in the collection. And yes, I am saying that about Horse Game. That is because this is probably considered the rarest, or one of the rarest, standalone releases on the Xbox 360. Now, this was at a London game market price up at 50 quid, and I paid 42 for it. And now CX sell it for a little bit over 60 quid. I can't remember. But, I mean, the glory of going for the full Xbox 360 set for me has a little bit of a sub-reason. I love achievement hunting, so my sort of sub-reason or sub-meaning behind going for a full Xbox 360 set is not just because I love it, but I have an ambition one day to get an achievement on every game ever released on the Xbox 360. So not mind just going for the set just because I love it, but also going for the set for that too. So we kind of got a little bit of a subset collection reason going on there. Now, the second thing that I'm going to put in my gaming collection goals does include 360 stuff, but you'll see why it includes the later generation in the one as well. And that is because I have an absolutely massive love and passion for the Gears of War franchise. So I don't just want one of every game of the Gears of War franchise. I actually am collecting every kind of variant box art for the Gears of War franchise. So I'm using Gears of War, the first one, as an example here of what I'm going for, and on the 360 obviously this is. So Gears of War, this is just the standard release here. So basically any difference to do with the cover I will collect, even if it's just a little thing printed on one cover that's not on this standard release here. So, like Gears of War, we've got this classics, what I call in the green border, and then we've got a classics that is also in the grey border. Now, there's a standalone release of this, which is a bundle copy, which is the original cover with just bundle copy here, which I am missing, but I will get to that at some point. And then, for example, we've also got Gears of War in a bundle copy there with Gears of War 2. And as I say, for me, it's not just region, you know, I don't just want the UK ones. With Gears of War, I want everything. So, for example, this is where we bring in a limited edition, or a deluxe edition as they call it. And this is the deluxe edition NTSC-J version of the original Gears of War in the tin as well, still with the plastic slipcase, which is missing off loads of them. So I do want all variants, literally across every region. And obviously, the Gears of War franchise stretches over to the Xbox One, so I want variants of Gears of War 4. I've got the standard one, but not the Ultimate Edition, and the Steelbook for it, so still looking out for that. They released Gears of War Ultimate Edition, so I've got that. Any variants of this, if the more one variant does exist in this country, I'm not sure, but if there are any versions of this in the NTSC regions, I will want that as well. And then, of course, we had Gears 5 as well. I bought that on launch. I got the Ultimate Edition on launch, so I still need a standard edition for that. So that's another gaming collection goal of mine. It's just to have as many variants of Gears 5 box art from not just the UK, but basically across the world. Now, we are going to change up systems here. And I do have a love for the PlayStation 1. Now, in collecting for the PlayStation 1, I don't want to get everything because, you know, I just don't have the time, money, and room to get, like, every black label for the PlayStation 1. If anyone is doing that, seriously, kudos to you. That would be some collection. So what I decided to do with the PlayStation 1 is, yes, I will buy black labels out of stuff of that I really enjoy and like, but I thought I do want to go for some sort of subsets within the PlayStation 1. Now, I do agree, Platinum games, with the odd one dotted around in amongst your black labels, they are a little bit of an eyesore. But I found if you separated the two, black labels and platinum labels, and had a whole host of platinums next to each other, the platinums on the PS1 do look really nice. And of course, for me, I thought, well, I want to go for a full set of PlayStation 1 Platinums. And as I say, I've got around about 45, 46 of them now, and all lined up next to each other. They do look beautiful. So I'm just going to bring in a few, for example, and just put them side on, because I've got 10 here. There's the first 5. There's the second 5. And as I say, what's good about them is you're going to get quality games when you're buying platinums generally. Yes, there are a few exceptions of games that, you can't really believe they made it to platinum, but at the same time they hit the sales figures, so at the end of the day they made the platinum requirements. But I mean, this is just an example. I mean, I've still got Out of View, I've still got Ridge Racers, I've got Tekkens, there are Final Fantasies, Tomb Raiders, Croc. I bring up Croc. I absolutely love Croc. Croc, Crash Bandicoot, and Spyro, all them 3D platformers. More beat 'em ups. Again, I already said Tekken, I think. Street Fighter EX plus Alpha, I've got. Absolutely love it. Soul Blade, again, so many. But I hope this is just an example. Look, put all your plats together. They look beautiful when they are next to each other. And I haven't done an extensive research, but if you're going for every PAL region Platinum Edition, I believe there's 163, but that is including one French-only France release Platinum, and perhaps some that were only available in Germany as well. I'm still digging deep into a definitive Platinum list, but as far as I understand, there's 163, and so far, as I say, I'm up to about 45, 46 of them. I can't wait to get them all and just have them all next to each other. As I say, the PS1 Platinum cases look really nice. I don't like the look of the PS2 Platinum cases, but these ones are certainly something else. And my final gaming collection goal is probably my most niche one, which I've come up with a little bit recently. So we'll start moving these back out the way again, and we're going to bring some more PlayStation 1 games back into view. And here they are. Can you guess what it is yet? We've got Ronaldo v Football here, Super Football Champ here, which I've just brought in, and in the middle I'm going to pop Viva Football. Now, it's not just football games. I mean, we all know about the FIFAs and the ISSs and that. It's not just football games. I am still trying to compile a list of this, and these are the only 3 that I've got so far. The collection goal that I'm going for here is PlayStation 1 football games, but they are one-offs. So what I mean by one-offs is they never had a sequel, they never had a yearly iteration, they just had one game released for it, which certainly applies with these 3. I mean, I am compiling a list. I have things like Libero Grande on there, Chris Kamara's Street Soccer, David Beckham's Soccer, 3 Lions, and things like that. But it has to be just a one-off. I mean, as I say, FIFA's, PES's, ISS's, we know all about those. I mean, Adidas Power Soccer even had a sequel, International Superstar Soccer 97 or something. And Actual Soccer even had 3 games. So, games with just the one release. And I've asked the community for help. They've thrown up some names and they popped suggestions in the comment section below for me of some I haven't realised. So I am starting to build a list. Any further help on the subject, by the way, do chuck them in the comment section below. As I say, I'm still trying to compile a list. I've come up with something called Complete Onside Soccer, and then I think I saw it in a 2UK video. He picked up Goalstorm, which I also think is a one-off. But yes, that is my 4th collection goal. It's basically unique one-off football games for the PlayStation 1. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is my Friday foursome entry into Novabugs' latest Friday foursome video. It's been great fun to share this with you. I hope you've enjoyed seeing what I've got. Thank you for watching, and as always, take care.